So tonight you are joining me at the Gallery of Justice. We are starting our evening in the deepest, darkest bowels of the facility. We are in the cave system. It is pitch black. We cannot see nothing. All I can see is the red lights of the IR light. That is it. I can't even see my hands in front of my face. What we've got going on already is about a few walks while we're getting set up. I've just put a REM pod down on a bench over here somewhere. What I'm going to do is get a K2 out, place that down there. So, by the way, just in case you see it, there is a weird little mannequin thing down here. This place is a museum now. Just so you see it, it's not anything spooky, it is just a mannequin most of the walkthrough. That's for the first time. Shut the light out on me. So, are there any spirits down here in these caves that wish to come and have a conversation with me at all, please? If so, can you go over to that green light? So in here there is like a dark floor and stuff, so we are expecting quite a bit of sort of dusty or reflection things. We will mark them up as what they are. So my name's Paul, I'm very friendly. I've just come here tonight to have a conversation with you. Is there any chance you could come forward, please, and we can talk? Just doing a big session. There are any spirits here that wish to come and talk to me. This little red light, you can use that to come and talk to me. So like I said, my name's Paul. I mean, no harm or disrespect. I'm here just purely to try and have a conversation if possible. I'd like to know your name, please. Were you kept down here when this place was built? How many of you were kept in here at one time? Stop that. Play back.
Right, so session got recorded. When the spirits here that wish to come and talk to me, this little red light, you can use that to come and talk to me. So like I said, my name's Paul. I mean, you know harm or disrespect. I'm here just purely to try and have a conversation if possible. I'd like to know your name, please.
So we've got no EVPs left. What we can do is we can try and use some other equipment. We'll go here. I genuinely cannot see. So we should place that there. We'll place one up here as well. We should both of them to stop. They should stop in a second. There goes one, it stopped. I don't know why it will stop. Okay, so we're already getting activation on that bolt. We've already literally just put it down. And the top one's going up now as well. That's great. Thank you very much for setting them off. Can you stop now, please? Thank you. So would you like to... I was just about to say, would you like to do some yes-no questions? And if so, you can use this one as yes, and that one there as no. So would you like to do some yes/no questions at all with me, please? You would. Thank you very much. So we're already getting great activation on the balls here. So this is great. So, okay, thank you for doing that. Was you kept down here when the place was built in 1770? You wasn't? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Did you work here? Okay, can you stop that one now, please? Did you work here at all? You didn't work here. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Was you one of the monks that was kept here? So we know in history that there was a group of monks that were kept down in the valves here. So you know it's gone quiet and none of the balls are going off. You was one of the monks. Thank you for letting me know. I am truly sorry you had such a terrible experience here. So I don't kind of know like how the spirit here is mucking around with us or what's going on. So just to confirm, you were one of the monks that were kept here. There we go, got a yes answer again. Oh, both are going up. So you wasn't a monk. Okay, can you stop now, please? We're having a right disco in here now. Can you stop, please, so I can ask the next question? Thank you. Are you just messing with me and having a bit of fun at my expense? If so, that's perfectly fine. But can you let me know, please? You're not. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. You know, sometimes spirits can be a little bit mischievous. So, thank you very much. Can you stop now? Thank you. So, I'd like to know how many people were kept down here. Was it between 1 and 5 people? Between 5 and 10 people? Between 10 and 15 people? So as you see, it's going to be very, very quiet now. Was it 15 to 20 people that you kept here? Or were kept in here? That's a lot of people for such a small space. So as you can see, everything's gone very, very quiet now. All we do is try and see if we can coax the spirit to come back and have a conversation. Are you still here at all? If so, can you let me know, please? As you can see here, the ground is it is very uneven. It is right cold here. Obviously, it's not very. Cover myself in that. I'm about 5'9", so as you can see, there's not much in the way of headroom in here at all. It does have a bit of depth down that way, and it does have a little bit of width. I'd probably say it's between, it was widest point between 16 and 20 feet wide, probably a good 50 feet long, so it's double the length, but it's the width. We also have a view camera up by the door pointing down this way, so we get anything that we get from behind us. Hopefully that camera catches it. But it does appear to have got a little bit quiet in here. So while we were just having another little look around at the stones we've got, we're visible still on this pillar and on the third pillar back there. I put the K2. That is a paper mache and chicken wire figure that's been made that we put to So the spirit that's still here that set that ball off for me, I do really appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. And we just had a ball going off, which is great. We thought we heard a noise while I was moving the K2 around and stuff. It was like, oh, just make a noise. And then no ball went on. What I'm going to do is get the recorder out again. Just recording, trying to get some sound, see if we catch it. I'm not going to ask questions. Have a little replay. See if we caught anything. Okay, so it looks like we got nothing recorded there. Oh, I can't see nothing now. So we just had our little EVP session there. Wasn't talking, I wasn't asking questions and nothing. We had no EVPs recorded at all. And the whole time we were reviewing, everything was very quiet. K2 didn't go off, the cat walls didn't go off. It's all very quiet. There's no, I wouldn't say it's cold down here. I'd probably say it's around about the 10-degree mark. There's no real breeze. I mean, there is a passageway there, just about 10-20 feet long. And then it's got to go around, the wind's got to come around multiple corners and stuff. So there's no real breeze going on. They reported to me that we saw an orb on camera, which is great. We can have a look at that and review, and I'll mark it up. So it's just very, very quiet in here. So I think what we can do is see if the spirit wants to come back and communicate with us and do some more yes, no questions. And then we can always get out our bits of equipment. We've got Hexcom now with us as well. We can always get stuff like that. So, is there a spirit here still that wishes to come and talk with us? There we go. God bless. So you are still here. Great. Thank you for letting me know. Hopefully, just been reported to me that we've had some buzzing sounds. Hopefully, I'll have a camera outside. Just of course, I didn't hear it here, but my camera operator reported it heard it, so it could be out in the corridor area over there. Was that you that made those buzzing sounds that we heard? If so, can you bang again, please? I'm trying to be careful where I stand because I'm standing on the slope and then you can see it's somewhere over there. There is a room part I don't want to accidentally sort of move about and bash it with your bum and think something's going off, but it's just a big bum in the way. So the spirit that's here and is talking with us, was you a good person and you were put here by mistake? I hope that's good. Was you put in here because of your religious beliefs? So I know that there were some monks incarcerated in here. Apparently they weren't very nice people, from what the history is that I've seen. Are you still here with us? It's gone very, very quiet again. There's no cold spots, no hot spots, there's no static electricity feelings, it's just very neutral in here at the moment. There's nothing that I can say, oh yeah, there's this going on, it's just very flat at the moment, and Kelsey's not going off, Cattle's not going off, the ramp up, I only somewhere it's not going off. So it has gone very, very quiet here. What I might do is, there we go, we've got a no ball.
What's that?
What was that noise? You hear that? Okay, hopefully I can record that. We just heard like a sound, whether it was like a growl or whether it was maybe furniture being moved. I'm not entirely sure. We will go through the building and see if we can see anything out of place. Our B camera out there hopefully would have caught it if something was going on. Was that a growl sound we just heard? If so, can you let me know, please? It wasn't. Okay. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, thank you. Was it furniture or something being moved about? And it was. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. So there we go. The spirit here. Let's help us debunk that one straight away. We asked if it was a growl. We had no. Asked if it was furniture or something being moved around. We got a yes. This place is a museum. There is security in the building. And we've also got our good friends at Haunted Houses here in the premises as well, but we are constantly in the opposite side of the museum, so we shouldn't get any interference from them, so we can sort of debunk that as furniture being moved and probably by security. So thank you very much for talking with us in here. We're going to leave you. We're going to move around to another part now. So we are still at the Gallery of Justice. We've come over to another part of the building now. What I've got going on at the moment is I've got just 2 balls on the floor. We're going to start small and then start ramping up. We've got our B cameras out in the hangman area, which we'll go out to in a little while. But at the moment, as it stands, we are in the pits. We have just come up from the caves here. We just had some great activity with the balls down in the caves, which was great. We had some really intelligent yes no questions going on, so which was absolutely amazing. There is a little bit of a breeze here. It is a little bit on the cold side, but just down here behind me, we've got a gate for some little chamber area here, and we've got some stairs down into a little pit area here. So, are there any spirits in this area who wish to come out and talk to me at all? If so, can you light up one of the balls, please? We're going to get our EM pump. We are going to place this down here. So any spirit can feel free to use the energy from that pump. You can use it to gather energy and use that to communicate with us. And what we'll do is, okay. So if there are any spirits here that wish to come and communicate with us, feel free to please come forward and light up one of these balls for me, please. I haven't used the pump for a little while, so it is making the button sound. Let's just see if we can get this. It's quite right. Let's see if we can press this down here. Let's see if we can get anything going on. We are currently in Nottingham at the Gallery of Justice Museum. We are in the pit area. We've just come up from the caves. Unfortunately, we couldn't go live in there because we work in caves, basically, there's no signal. We've come up now to the debating area just down here. It's obviously sealed off, so we can't get in there, unfortunately. But this area is what we call the pits, the sort of the debating area. Just outside, we've got our B camera out there pointing at the hangman's area where they used to hang people. What we do is we'll be in here for a little while, then we'll go outside into the hangman's area. There's been reported of shadow seen there and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is just come over here and see if we can get any of that stuff going on. So if any spirits here that can hear my voice, please come forward and use one of those devices to let me know you're here. This device down by my foot here, you can see it's just the EM pump. I'm not running anything that will interfere with that. You know, so we're all good. So, any chance you can knock for me? Can you copy that at all? Response, that was great. Thank you very much. Don't know how we should have a fun response, just one bang. Thank you very much for doing that. And I know you're here and you can hear me now. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there any chance you can light up one of these things down? Just walk over for me, please. They're very easy to do. Just walk over and touch it, and it'll go off. If you're running low on energy, this device down here, you can use that to gather energy and use it to come and talk to me. Or if I go all the way down the back here, what I'm going to I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Feel free to use the energy of that red light or come and use some of my energy and use it to light up on those devices for me, please. So, like I said, we were previously down in the cave system. We had some great activity down there. You have to check that one out on the YouTube page. Once it's uploaded. We were getting intelligent yes/no questions from the spirit down there. Before we heard a growl, we asked if we heard a growl, and it said no, before no went off. And then we asked if it was someone moving furniture, and the yes all went off. So we are here. There is security in the building. Obviously, it's a place to have a museum. We've also got our good friends at hauntedhouse.co.uk here with a good computer as well. So we're here doing a bit of meet and greet with them and socialising and all that sort of good stuff as well as investigating. So, the spirits that are here, any chance you can make a whistle for me, please? Can you whistle? Like that at all? What we're going to do is I'm going to turn the EM pump off. And what we'll do is we'll do a little first EVP session quick. Recorder. Are there any spirits here? Don't hear my voice. Please come forward. This little red light, if you talk into it, it'll allow us to hear your voice. So my name is Paul. I mean you no harm or disrespect. I'm just here to come and communicate with you for a little while. Just to make sure you're all doing okay and you're all happy and content. So if I told you my name, is there any chance I can have your name, please? Was you kept here as a prisoner? Did you work here at all? Let's do a little playback.
Are there any spirits here? Don't hear my voice. Please come forward. This little red light, if you talk into it, it'll allow us to hear your voice.
Tap, tap.
So my name is Paul. I mean you no harm or disrespect. I'm just here to come and communicate with you for a little while. Just to make sure you're all doing okay and you're all happy and content.
What was going on?
Yeah.
So I've told you my name. Is there any chance I can have your name, please? Was you kept here as a prisoner? Did you work here at all?
That must stop. Crazy.
So we haven't had any EVPs captured there, unfortunately. But the whole time we were doing EVP playback, as you can see in the back there, that ball was just going and going and going and going. So normally they flash a few times and then stop, as you see there's a break in between it. So any second it'll stop. There we go, and then it carries on. Okay? So if you saw when I was first in here and I was down that end, we had nothing going on, it was all very quiet. I've come up with an EVP session, I'll put the EM pump away, and now we've got a very active ball. Okay, can you stop making that flash now, please? I appreciate you setting that off, I really do. But maybe we can do some yes/no questions. As we've got two balls, questions and the other one by it. What we can do is that what we can do, when you're lighting up now, we can use as yes if you like, and then the one next to it we can use as no. Would you like to do some yes no questions? Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes, unless you tell me otherwise. What I'm going to do is give the spirit a chance, just this one's changed its mind. Okay, can you stop making that flash now, please? What we can do is try and debunk the other sort of all around, and then see if that makes a difference. I mean, it is a solid concrete floor, just a down cage system. There's no real breeze here because you can see the ball actually rocking. If that was the case, I mean, you saw for me to set that off, I've got to go over and pick it up and give it a little shake. Okay, so now we've got a quiet. So, I was just about to ask a question. Let's start that again. Right, can you stop for me, please? Again, go. What I'm going to do is, sorry to interrupt, what I'm going to do is just swap the ball over, like so. Right, we'll do the same again. We'll use this ball here as yes, and we'll do a no on the other one if that's okay. We'll just try and do a bit of debunking to see if we can work out what is going on, whether it's the spirits doing it, or whether it's, I can't see it being the actual structure itself. I mean, these are solid brick walls. This is a solid concrete floor. I can't see, there's no way that me walking around can set it off. You know, there's very little chance of that happening. Okay, any chance you can light up that ball again for me, please? I mean, if there was a breeze, it was enough to set the ball off. The K2 at the back, but 100% would have fallen over, because it only has a thin base, and I haven't got the spec. I was going to show you the bottom is only about that it actually sits on. And they are quite top heavy. The batteries and the bottom is a 9-volt, but they are quite top heavy. So what I'm going to do is just come back again. We're going to see if we can coax the spirit into doing anything. So what we're going to try and do now is see if we can coax the spirit that's here to come back. What we could also do is I could also put out the Hexcom and see if we get anything on that. Are you happy that I'm here and we're able to have a conversation? So what we're going to try and do is recoax the spirit back up. So this device I'm going to put down, you can use your energy to select words and use them to talk to us. I'm just going to place it here, and I'm going to step away. See if we've got the ball going off, we swap them over. So we were using them as yesterday, and we swap them over, and that ball's going off again. Thank you very much for setting that off. It is greatly appreciated. Any chance you can do it again, please? That's kind of up word there. There we go. That's it, you can use it. Paralysed. So the Hexcom has just said paralysed. Was you paralysed here? There we go, got the yes ball going off. Don't know if you saw it earlier, we had that ball as no, and we had the other one as yes. We swapped them round to debunk, and we've had it go off. I'm sorry to hear that you was paralysed while you was here. Was it an inmate that paralysed you? So you hear some talking in the background. That is our good friends at Haunted House UK. They are on the other side of the prison with a group of people. Oh yeah, they're doing a meet and greet as well as their own investigation. Obviously they're having some stuff going on because I just heard them through the cave system. So they are all apparently. What did you got? Was it a guard that paralysed you? I'm kind of getting like this weird scratchy feeling in the back of the kneecap, you know, sort of in this area. Kind of feels like during that blood thorn, it's kind of like that sharp scratchy feeling. I might put it down to the fact that these have zips on them. Yeah, you can see there, they do have zips on them, so they can turn into shorts. I have to wear shorts, got two legs. But I'm going to put that down to the zip catching the hair on the back of my leg. So, the spirit that was here that set that ball off, can you do it again, please? There we go, got another response. Thank you very much. I know that must take a lot of energy to do that. So would you like to do some yes-no questions with me? You would? Okay, thank you very much. Can you stop now, please? You need to stop so I can ask a question. So can you stop, please? So was you kept here when the prison was first built in 1770? So the whole facility is very, very old. It was 1770 when it was first up. They've housed monks here in the cave system right at the bottom. You can see we've got a yes here. So the spirit here was is a very old spirit that we've got. Okay, thank you for doing that. Do you like the fact that people come here, like myself, and try and talk to you? I mean, hopefully I come with good energy, and you can see that I've got good energy. So we can debunk that big bang. Trying to work out what's above me. I'm really lost around in this facility at the moment. It is very large. Oh, this is not a cool feeling in here. That's going to stand, to be honest. Let's have like that. So this room is approximately 5 foot wide by 8 foot. So when you see my doorway, I'm sat down, I'm 5'9". is not a good place at all. So, what I'm going to do is be joined by a spirit. What I'll do is I don't know how well you can see. Let me move this one like that. I move myself. So we should let them stop. Thank you. So this must be like a little holding area or something like that. It is very small. It is actually a little cold in here. And we've got both ball activation. It is a solid floor.
You guys say if you guys your resources, drop me message. I know pretty to unknown hunter spot.
If you guys ever in West Sussex, drop me a message. Yeah, we will do. I mean, we travel all over the UK. We're always out and about somewhere. So as you can see there, we are getting some constant ball activation, basically. So what I'm going to do is, I can't shut myself in there, can I? Should we do this? This place is here. Oh, it's chained. I'm going to shut myself in there with a candle we use, guys. See what we can get going on. It's not going to work. Okay, can you? I'm going to come back in. Can you stop making those flash now, please? I'm going to come back in and I'm going to lay down. You see, I'm pretty much touching the sides. So we are getting a lot of activation there on that ball, which is cool. Okay, can you stop now, please? Any chance you can stop making that flash? Thank you. So what we can do is do some... Okay, so we're getting... What we're going to do is try this little debunk. Just ball rolling around there. Let them settle. We've got the recorder out as well. And then we'll do a EVP session while we're in here. Recording is down. So this little red light that I've just put down here, you can use that to talk to me. Can I have your name, please? I presume you was kept here as a prisoner. I hence that they were kept people in a chain. 1, 2, these 2 items that I can see. What crime did you commit to come in here?
So this little red light that I've just put down here, you can use that to talk to me. Can I have your name, please?
There's some of the rest of the sound. Let me come out and back.
Recorder is down. So this little red light that I've just put down here, you can use that to talk to me. Can I have your name, please?
that's all.
I presume you was kept here as a prisoner. I hope so. Samuel kept people in their chains. One, two, at least two items that I can see. What crime did you commit to come in here?
So we had a rustling sound there on the EVP, which was cool. So basically, these cells were what they call the dark cells. So they used to keep people in here basically in the dark. Let me show you what it's like. These guys, I'll show you what it's like. As you can see, it is pitch black, and I stared into that torch, which is never clever. So the spirits that are here, we're here in the dark now, we can't see anything. So is there any chance you can light up one of those balls for me, please, so I can see? Come on, don't be shy. We know you can light up one of those balls. If you light the ball up, I'll come back in there. It's me shuffling about. What's that? Oh, it's fucking... Something just touched me on the back. It's a chain. So, just quickly. I didn't realise, stood up against the wall. That touched me on the back. So we can debunk that. So the spirit that's here, if you relight up that ball, I'll come back in there if you like. I always try to be respectful when I'm at places, because it's just the correct way of conducting yourself. So I tend not to provoke. I mean, if you don't want me in there, you can light up that ball, and I won't come back in, and I'll leave this area, and I'll go to a different part. But you need to let me know what you want to do. Someone's setting up fireworks, debunk that. We are at the Gallery of Justice, a museum in Nottingham, is where we're at. So, what we can do is we can try a few different bits of equipment. Get the Hexcom out as well. So we've got a K2, we've got the two balls out, we've got the Hexcom, I've got the recorder in my pocket. So we want to do it first EVP, we can. So I just had disagreed, come up on the Hexcom. So was you here because you had a disagreement? If so, can you give me a visual confirmation on one of the balls? This area seemed to have dropped down now, seems to have gone a bit quiet. I don't know whether it's an energy issue for the spirits, or whether the spirits just don't want to talk to me anymore. Do you think I should go to a different part of the prison and leave you alone? me to go away, light up one of the balls, please, and I'll leave. I'm a man of my words. I will leave if you light up one of the balls. I'm just going to lay here now then, and I'm going to claim this whole bench as mine, unless you tell me otherwise. So I am about 5'9", around here, through about 4 feet or so past my head. It is a very small room. So the spirit that's here, please come back and talk to me. I don't want to be here all by myself. I need someone to talk to. How many of you did they used to keep in here? Good God, that's the dreams. There is a breeze coming from somewhere. There it's coming. See if we can quickly debunk that breeze. Aha! We have a winner! That's where the breeze is coming from. Down there. So I can even go over here. Let's go to the hangman's area and we've got this up. We'll move round to there. Go quiet. Thank you very much for your time in here. You're not very talkative, so we're going to move away. See if we can find a spirit that's a bit more talkative. Now you'll see like a snowy effect, which is dust. So we can do like that as well straight away. We are now at the hangman's area. As you can see, there is a room. This is one of our grand pods up here. We've had a big camera rolling out here. Come out here and it's turned off. Don't know why. It should be on for at least a good 8 hours. But it's turned off for some reason. So we're going to put a key to that. Here. And one here. So what we can do now is see if we can get anything going on here. So that will stop. Okay. So we are outside now. We are outside of the actual museum. We are in a back courtyard where the hangman's area is. As that's my last area, we was actually in prison. We also was in the hangman's area there. So that you will hear a lot of sort of background sounds. You hear cars, people, whatever. So what we're after now is the visual confirmation. So we're going to put the breeze can go on, like so. So if there's any spirits here in this hangman's area, can you come and talk to us straight away? Bash, see that, bash that, it sets them off. So what I'll do is I'll make sure I don't lean against it, bash against it, or anything like that. We don't want to get any false positives. So we do is just step away for a moment. So if there's any spirits here, feel free to set that off for me and give it a bang. Thank you very much for setting that off. Can you stop now, please? Thank you very much. It is appreciated. What I'll do is, you guys might be able to see it a bit better. Would you like to do some yes/no questions? If so, can you light that ball up, please? The one on my right. And if you don't, can you light up the one on my left, please? So right now here is, you would like to do some yes/no questions. Thank you very much. Don't know how well you guys can see that. We're doing some bring you guys a bit. Bring you guys a bit closer. You can see, hopefully see that a bit better. Yeah, there we go. So now we are currently outside. I'm staying away for it at the moment. We are currently doing some yes, no's. Okay, can you stop setting that off now, please? Thank you very much. Was you hung on that with that noose? Was you hung here? Did you used to hang people here? What we're going to do is we're going to do a quick little EVP session. Step away. So that little device I just put down, there's a red light. You can use that to talk to us. Have you got a message for us at all? There's nothing there on the EVPs, unfortunately. It was just a load of background noise. So,
Oh, she sent a lot of rolls, this girl. This girl sent a lot of rolls.
yeah, so there was a whistle, but it was an external whistle. There was a whistle from external sources. We are currently outside. I'll show you guys about. You can see here, we are open sky. We are currently outside. It is all open. So we are getting a lot of background noise. There are some restaurants and stuff nearby. So we are getting a bit of background noise. So what I want to try and do is see if we can recoax the visual back in. So what I can also do is try the Hexcom. That's the Hexcom firing up. So at the moment it is gone very quiet. We are getting a lot of background pollution. Dash. Just had Dash come up on the Hexcom. So the spirits that are here, we've got multiple devices here you can use to communicate. You know you can set the balls off for me. We know you can do that. This you can make the lights go on. See if you can get it go to red. This, you see you go near it, it'll be. And then this one, we can use actual words and we can try and have an actual conversation. It's entirely your choice of which one you'd like to use, but there is multiple devices here.
They keep talking about Derrick. About this name. They mentioned that name a lot.
Derrick the Wanderer. Is there a Derrick here at all? If so, can you light up this ball for me, please? There's a Derrick. Can you light this one up? It'd be appreciated. So we've had only one word so far on the Hexcom, which was dash. The Delta Alpha Sierra Curve. So we've had very quiet on the balls. The K2 we've had nothing on whatsoever in the room when everything off. We've had our B camera randomly switch off, which was pointing here. So in review we will look to see what and why it turned off. It should turn off. It is pointing back the other way to show if anything's seen there. So people used to gather here to come and watch the executions of people being hung. Like I said, this place is a museum. I would love to go and stand up there, but it is just not a possibility. Like I said, the museum. There is a road here. It does come off, but I won't be disrespectful, and I'll just stay down here. Because for me personally, I definitely want more than sit up on that bench. You know, stand on that bench maybe, you know, put my head near the window, just try and coax some activity out. But like the place is a museum, there are cameras everywhere, and we are respectful in everything we do. We respect the properties, we respect the people, we respect the spirits. Are you still here at all? So you are hearing voices in the background there. You can run with that. So what we're going to do is, for this part of the video, we are going to go purely off the visual aspects rather than voices, because there is a lot of background pollution. I'm under here now. Is there any chance you can bang for me? Can you bang at all? Any chance you can bang for me? So there are pubs and industrials and stuff opposite. I'm going to come out there. So yeah, like I said, there are pubs, restaurants and stuff over the road. Okay, the Hexcom has just said into. So we've had dash and into. Don't know how well you can see that. That's what we've had so far. I was underneath and then I've come out and it said into. You can place that back down. Yeah, I mean, you're saying that Derrick can start training new equipment and stuff, which obviously I do not mind. We've got backups on backups. Like I said, while we were down in the dark cells, our camera that was out here that was running, pointing here, with just the REM pod on it, we come out and it was switched off. It shouldn't have been switched off, but it was switched off. So maybe a spirit interacted with it and shut it down. Maybe the battery, for some reason, just had a hissy fit and shut itself down. Maybe someone turned it off. I don't know. We'll really look in review, because if anyone goes near it, they will have caught. So what we're doing is, look at this already. Right, so we're here, we're getting set up, we've got the ball going off, we've got the K2 going off. So which is absolutely fantastic. What we're going to do is put a REM pod down on the bed as well and see what we can coax out. So, thank you for setting that stuff off for me. I'm going to come into this corner. Careful, because there's some folks. Thank you for setting that stuff off for me. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you for setting that stuff off for me. I'm going to come into this corner. Careful, because there's some folks. Any chance you can light this ball up again for me? It's to my left. So from what I was told, the spirits. So the spirits that are here, can you light that ball up again for me, please? Just so it's not in my eyes, I'm going to put that up there. So apparently, from what I've been told, because this was a ladies' section, if men lay on the bed, which is just wood, there's no mattress, there's nothing cushy like that. But from what I've been told, if men lay on it, things tend to get a bit more active. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to shut this window up for a minute. Actually, I'm going to put the wood on the back of this table. That doesn't need to set that off. So, can you stop now, please? I'm going to lay on this bed, is that okay? Oh, it is cold. You saw me getting on the bed. I'm quite heavy, I'm like just over 13 stone, didn't set off the ball there. Let's see, I'm going to cross my legs. I'll make the ball move that time. So I'm a man and I'm laying on your bed. Is that okay? If so, can you light up one of the balls, please? So my name's Paul. I'm here now to come and have a conversation with you. I've been told that this section was purely for the ladies. And obviously, being a man, I'm here and I'm on your bed. So don't be shy and come and sit here and talk to me. Come and sit in front of me and talk to me. Obviously, I can't see if the K2 goes off. So if the K2 goes off, can you just wave your hand out so I can see? So you see me wiggling about, does make the ball move, then it doesn't set it off. So we can rule out pretty much any form of me setting it off. So, next steps. There's no one else, the other people are right here, center of prison. They are opening themselves. So if the spirits that are in this area, please come forward and make yourself known. I'm going to bring out something called a recorder. And on the recorder, it'll have a little red light and you can use it to talk to us. What I'm going to do is just place the recorder down now. You see it right in front of me. You can use it to come and give me a message. But if we can start off with your name. I can feel that vibration from that magnet through the bed. Boy,
Outside.
it's got me outside the bed, there's no lights on it. We must be on that side of the museum by where the roadworks are, by where we parked. Nice to do a little replay. See if we've got anything.
Recorder down now. You see it right in front of me. You can use it to come and give me a message. But if we can start with your name.
That's me setting off.
Recorder down now. You see it right in front of me. You can use it to come and give me a message. But if we can start with your name. Bang this with 6-channel source.
Sounds like there's nothing there on the EVP. Unfortunately, we've got nothing going on there. Yeah, hopefully they are gathering energy and they can use that energy to come and talk to us. I mean, we are here with them. Turns Museum has fake poo in their bowl. Yeah, it's definitely fake. Fake poo in a bowl. So how good the museum is. And the double take, yeah. So you can see me walking about, doesn't set any of the stuff off, which is great. So let's try and get a little bit more high tech with them and pull out the Hexcom. I doubt they would have used one of these before, so I might have to explain to the spirits how it works. So this device that I'm bringing out now, what I'm going to do is just put it on the corner here and switch it on. You can use your energy, you can gather real energy and use it to communicate with us. And you can use it to say actual words. And we can have some form of civil conversation, maybe. Disregard, so straight away make disregard come up. Why are you disregarding what I say? I mean you no harm, I mean no disrespect. I know I'm a male in the lady area, but I'm not here in any threatening manner. All I want to do is have a bit of a conversation where you can use this stuff here, we use one of the balls, we can do yes no questions with them, we can use the ball up there as yes and the one on the pen as no. I mean, there's lots of things we can do. And in the little black box at the back, you can go over and give it a touch, and it will light up and make a noise and let us know you're here. What I want to try is stepping out of the room for a minute and see what happens. Because maybe the spirits here either may not like me, may not like my energy. So something like to that effect, or we may need energy, so we'll try that one first. So the spirits that are here, feel free to come and use some of my energy and use it to communicate with me. Can you ban? Can you copy that at all? all we're going to do now is we're just going to step out of the room for a minute, leave you guys here, and see what happens. So you guys are going to be my eyes while I step out of the room. So what we'll do is just adjust that a bit better. Perfect. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to step out of the room and then leave you guys to it and see if you get any action. See if anything happens. Let's step outside the room for a minute. Right, so we are coming back into the room now. So guys, did we have any activity while we were gone? Oh, the K2 has said something while we were gone. And Mum, so we've had disregard as well, which would be, I don't know how well you can see them. That's what we had on Hexcom. Did the cat balls go off at all while we were gone? Did the K2 go off? Anything along those lines? No, nothing. Yeah, I'm getting a feeling that this room's a little on the quiet side. The Hexcom's just spoken again. Members. So Hexcom has just said members. We're going to do another little burst EVP session. Put this down. Not the way. All we'll do is we'll just be quiet for a minute. Is there a mother spirit here at all? If so, please come forward and talk to me. I know this part was for the ladies. I'm sure the male guards didn't treat you very fairly. And I'm sorry to hear that, if that is the case. But I'm not one of those male guards. I'm just here to be friendly with you. And it's just to see if you want to have a conversation. Recorder. Right. Yeah, so we've got no EVPs recorded there, which is an absolute shame. But while we were doing a playback, we had predictable come up on the Hexcom. I had a look and it's trying to read upside down and backwards. So, if there was a child here, see this flashing ball? We can roll it to each other if you like. It's very easy to do. Let me grab the other one, I'll show you. We can just roll it. Got ball activation. See how easy it is to interact with. It flashes. It's very entertaining. Any chance you can set it off again, please? Maybe give it a little roll. And we can play again. Come on, just give it a little push. Like I showed you, it's very easy. Look, I'll roll it back to myself. That's it. Thank you very much. See, it's so easy, it was just rolling. Very cold in this area, it's up warm here. Go on. Trying to feel where that cold spot's going. It feels around about here now. I can feel it on my palm, it feels like a breeze. Got one of the other torches, torch over. Roll the torch along the floor so we can see there's a breeze. We've got socket there. There's no. Got projector. From what I can see, is there a thing in here? I can hear a buzzing. Am I right here? I hear a buzzing. Is there a bug around me? And it's just come up and said carrier. When I was asking him if there was a buzzing, it just said carrier, which is great. But one thing I have noticed is there is a box under this bed and wires going towards it, which is obviously probably part of the museum. It's got a padlock. Aha, there is a. So, underneath the bed, we've just seen two speakers and an amplifier that are currently not turned on. There is a projector up in that corner. So, obviously, they project something around the wall during the day as a show. It is all turned off now. I just checked to make sure there's no power going to it. But I generally, when my head was down here, I heard a buzzing and the Hexcom said carrier. And we just got activation on the board, which is great. So thank you very much for setting that ball off. I really do appreciate it. Was that you that was making that buzzing sound by my ear? If so, can you give me an indication, please? what I'm going to do is just step away from the balls for a minute. Have a look at the messages. We are at the Gallery of Justice in Nottingham. It's a museum. You see we've got the ball activations going off quite extensively there. So I've just had to step away from that section for a moment because I was getting quite a lot of buzzing in my ear and I thought there was a bug and I can't see a bug anywhere around by my ear. And also then we had carrier come up on the Hexcom and then we had some ball activation as well. And you see now I've moved away, that ball was going crazy. See that ball is just going and going and going, and when I sat there, nothing. So I've moved away, and now it's going crazy. So the spirit that's there is obviously not wanting me to be by it. It is not stopping. If I go and roll the other one, you'll see it flashes a fair few times and then stops. I do not know why it's constantly going off. It is unexplained. It shouldn't be constantly going off without interaction. So the way they work is, sorry, you carry on. I'm just going to roll the other one. I'm really sorry to interrupt. Basically, I'll physically roll back and come up the way. Hexcom has just said vest. And the Hexcom just said rest as well. And as you can see, it's gone off. There you go, it's stopped. See that? It was a brief stop, and it's carrying on again. Do you like setting that off? I'm just going to come and sit over here. Is that okay? I don't want to interrupt, but I'm just going to sit down on this bench because I'm old. And maybe what we can do is maybe we can play a game or something. Maybe we can roll into each other, if you like. Or would you just like seeing it flash? I like seeing them flash too, because they're pretty colours. Maybe what we can do is jump between the balls. This thing stopped. Do you want to set the other ball up for me, please? Do you want me to move away again and just let you play with the ball? I'm more than happy to move away, just need to let me know. You want me to move away? Perfectly fine with me. What I'm going to do is go back all the way over here again and let you play with that ball. So what we're going to do is when that's going off, I'm going to look on the IR camera that we've got pointing at it as well. See how it's so strange that when I'm over by it, it stops, and when, there you go, I just said when it stops and it stopped. Yeah, carry on playing with that ball. What a kick to me. I can do a second. See, there's no, yes, it is a wooden floor, but if I'm going to just walk across here, I just want to walk. Can you do this? Can we run? You can see there when I shuffle my feet quite extensively, we get no getting no real activation on it. What I'm trying to do. I don't want to disturb them too much. It looks like they're having fun. Hey, that's a good kid too. I'm just going to sit on the end of the bed while you play with that ball. So from this angle, I can see the ball, the K2, everything, and the Hexcom's just here. So depending on who works on it. It's got really cold behind me. So as you can see from the ball activation, it was quite a lot. I went and sat on the bench and I was trying to interact with the spirit playing with the ball. It just stopped. He didn't want to know. I sat here just ignoring the ball. It's just going and going and going and going and going, which is absolutely great. I mean, I could swap the balls over, see if it still does it. But at the moment, I just don't want to disturb the spirit. I'm letting the spirit get used to me being here. And then hopefully what we can do is try and coax it into some further activity. Whether it's more on the Hexcom, using both balls, the K2, whether we can get it to manifest or anything like that. Into, which is that into on the Hexcom. Over, see if it still does it. But at the moment, I just don't want to disturb the spirit. I'm letting the spirit get used to me being here. And then hopefully what we can do is try and coax it into some further activity. Whether it's more on the Hexcom, using both balls, the K2, whether we can get it to manifest or anything like that. Into, which is that into on the Hexcom. Are you having fun playing with that ball? Just give it a good push. Give it one good push. Let's see if we can make it move. Use as much of my energy as you like. Give that ball a good push. As you see now, I'm re-engaging with that spirit playing with said ball. Doesn't want to know. So the spirit playing that ball might not like me because I'm a male. So this is the female part of the prison. So we might have had bad experiences here with regards to the male staff. And that's why when I start trying to coax questions, it stops. The second I ignore it again, do piece of camera, look at Hexcom, just whatever, just ignore what's going on, ignore the balls, ignore everything that goes on and on and on. So if there was a legitimate interference, like I said, where I showed you with the ball, you need to physically move them for me as a human to set them off. I'm just going to see if we can let the spirit get used to me, basically. The other thing I can do is I can leave the room and see what we can get going on as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step outside, okay, and if you can give that ball a push, or see this device here, the black one with a green light, push it over, but I'm going to step outside, because I know you're not a fan of me, so I'm just going to step out for you, okay? Is it okay if I come and sit on the floor with you for a little while? I'm just going to come over and sit on the floor. I'm going to come and sit round here again. As you can see me walking by this ball, didn't set it off. What I'm going to do is place that ball right next to it. And wait for the smooth to settle down. There we go. So I put a ball right next to the one that you were really liking playing with. Any chance you can set that one off or push them together for me? They're very close. There's about 5 mil gap between the two balls, but it's not very large at all. So what I sound just heard my camera operator just walked into the other room and checked out the camera for me. As you see there, the ball's going out and there's a slightly longer pause. So we saw great activity. The thing is, I really want to try and engage with the spirit, but the spirit doesn't really engage with me. Well, thank you for setting that off. Shall we roll them? Can we do that at all? Can we give it a roll? Just a little rock, just any movement. Throw it. These little balls, I've got loads of them, so feel free to throw it around.
Where are you now?
We are in the ladies' part of the Gallery of Justice Museum in Nottingham. We're sort of the ladies, we've just been over to the dark cells. So we started off in the caves, unfortunately there was no signal in there, so we couldn't do a live. Then we went to the dark cells, we went out to the hangman's area, we're now in the ladies' quarters. And then what we'll do is once we've been and had a little break, what we'll do is we'll come back and we will be in the old cells and we will be in the main gallery for criminal justice. So there's two here. You've got the civil court and you've also got the criminal court. The civil court isn't a very big area. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the criminal because it's been reported to me by security staff and whatnot that shadow figures have been seen on the balcony. So what we'll do is we'll do a live, I'll sit in the judge's chair maybe. We will try and see if we can coax spirits in there to come forth and come activate. Have you noticed that the balls stopped once I mentioned the hangman's area? The ball stopped. Right. You see, I've been sat here now for quite a few minutes and it's going off and off and off and off. We start mentioning other parts of prison that are a little bit darker, and it stops. Are you still here with me? I'm sorry if I've upset you, talking about other parts of the facilities here. Can you relight that ball up for me, please, to let me know you're still here? So it's got what? 25 to 12, something like that. 20 to 12. Anne. So we just had Anne come up. Is Anne your name? With A-double-N. Is Anne your name? As you see, I went forward, put my hand down here, the balls, didn't set them off. So, Anne, if you can hear me, can you come and light up one of these balls for me, please? I would greatly appreciate it. I'll only take up another 10 minutes of your time, and then I'll leave you in peace. What I'll do is move away from the balls again, see if we can get them to go back up. Is that your surname? Are you Anne Castle? Hexcom just said strength, so now I've moved away, but Hexcom started talking, which is great. So we've had Anne Castle and strength for the last 3 words that come up. We will be leaving you soon, spirit, or spirits that are here. I really do appreciate your time and all the energy that you've used to make that ball light up. If there's any sail, so we have Anne, Castle, Strength and Sail for the last 4 words in Hexcom. Let me leave the room. Let me see what's going on here. Right, what I think we're going to do now is it takes quite a lot of stomping to set that off. So what we're going to do now is, I think we're going to take a break for a little while. I need to charge my phone, so what I'm going to do is grab one of our spare power banks and a wire, plug it into my phone. We're going to take a break for a little while, and then just so we can go to the bathroom, have a drink, get ourselves re-energized, get ourselves reinvigorated. And then we're going to come back out. So if you give us 20 minutes, half an hour, then we'll be back live with you guys, and we will be in the old cells, and we will be in the main courthouse. There are 2 areas we will be in for the rest of the night. So we will be in there from, I'd say probably about 12 to 12:15 we'll restart, and then we'll be there till about 2:30 in the morning. With those 2 locations. So the old cells, I've been told there's a particular cell that's really great, so we will focus on that cell. We'll put our B camera out in the corridor, and the judges area, the actual main court itself. We've been told that there are shadow people who've been seen there. You hear sort of noising like people spectating what's going on, that sort of stuff. So which is absolutely great. Hopefully we can catch some of that. Hopefully we can coax some spirits into communicating. So I thank you all for watching. You see I'm still getting balls of nothing. So spirit here clearly doesn't like me. So we won't antagonise it, we won't do anything, we'll just leave it in peace because it's the right thing to do. So thank you. Just see balls here. So thank you. I will hopefully catch you guys in a little while. So, we are back. We are now in the main courtroom for criminal court for here. You see the registrar here. I've got a K2 just sat right here at the moment. What also we're going to do is just kind of like a banister bit where you stand, give your evidence, whatnot. So, let's see what we can get. That bang. That's kind of a right back. Don't know where that's from. So let's see what we can get. And here. So what we've got going on now. Right, we're now joining in the main courtroom at the museum. So as you see, we've got the judge's chair, located here. By Inkwell, I've got a board. I've got a board here in front of me. We've got our key cameras pointing to that balcony where the clock is. And obviously we've got a main camera pointing this way. So it is a very large Space for the ball going off already. Absolutely great. And not even asked any questions yet. So, thank you for setting that ball off. It is greatly appreciated. Can you stop, please? If I get the other one, maybe we can do some yes/no questions. Like that. Don't go back from it. Okay, can you stop now, please? Thank you very much. So, let's do some yes/no questions. We can use this ball as yes and this ball as no, if that's okay. You don't want to do yes/no questions, that's perfectly fine. As you see there, straight away we're getting this ball activated. Asking us to do yes/no questions, well, no, and straight up. Well, thank you for letting me know you don't want to do yes/no questions. I do appreciate it. But while I'm here, would you like to have any form of conversation with me? You would? Perfectly great. As you can see, I'm a good 5-6 feet away from that ball. Absolutely spectacular. That's great there. So yeah. So my name is Paul. I mean, you know how I disrespect. I'm here just to have a conversation. So you can just give us out 2 seconds. For some reason there's a big camera, 5 seconds running, a bit going up and back. Right. The spirit that's here, and we was just talking with, any chance that you're still about? I know you said you didn't want to do yes/no questions with me, but it'd be the easiest way for us to have a conversation. Let's go as far back as we can. So that ball was the ball we used to know. Is that a no to yes/no questions? Or is that a no to you're not here? Because if you set it off, you can't buy it. So, I'm going to presume that you work here.
What's that noise?
Steve, I'm now being judge today. So, is there anyone here that needs to have a trial? I'll give you a fair trial and a fair sentencing. But you need to come forward, me banging, but you need to come forward so I know you're here. nothing going on anywhere. And I'm sat still using the camera for a Saturday camera. So, which is great. I'm going to put my hands here and lean forward. You want to talk. So, thank you. I want to sit here. If there's any spirits here, can you bang for me like this, please? Don't be shy. Please come forward and make a bang. How about a whistle? Can you whistle for me? Can you copy this? Let's see if we can get spirit to reset off these capsules for me. Place that down as well. Yeah. So I've got some bits of equipment out, so I've got my SLS cameras here. I've got my box with my goodies in it. If I want to bring out any additional equipment or whatever I can do. So Hexcom is now fired up. Important. So straight away we've had important come up. And we've got the ball going up as well. See that stop flashing and going up again. I'm going to place this back down. I hope that's okay. What I'm going to do is get the recorder going as well. Now, I'm going to place this device down. Okay. I know we're using that ball as a no, but unfortunately I'm going to place it down anyway. So here's the recorder. You can use that to talk to us. So my name is Paul. Can I have your name, please? Was you convicted of a crime here? Did you used to work here? We're getting no response. So you was convicted of a crime here then if you didn't work here. Play back.
I'm going to place it down anyway. So here's the recorder. You can use that to talk to us. So my name is Paul. Can I have your name, please? Was you convicted of a crime here? Did you used to work here? Okay, no response. So you was convicted of a crime here then if you didn't work here?
So we've got no EVPs recorded there, which is a shame. But so what we was doing is when we first came in and was first getting set up, I had just the one ball here and it was going off, and then that ball was up by the inkwell. So I then moved it down here and basically said, look, should we do some yes/no questions? And all I've been now got then is a no response. So you can see there, a no response again. Did you used to come here and sit up in
What's that noise?
that point? Did you used to come and sit here and watch people being convicted of crimes? Did you used to do that to pass the time? A small sort of hum sound, which will be from air conditioning, heating system, there's a load of hum. Nothing too major. And you can hear a little hum, no issues there. So I know you don't want to do yes/no questions, but I'm here and I'd like to have a conversation with someone. So if you don't want to talk to me, is there any chance that another spirit can come forward and have a conversation with me, rather than you monopolising the time if you don't want to talk? A small sort of hum sound, which will be from air conditioning, heating system, there's a load of hum. Nothing too major. And you can hear a little hum, no issues there. So I know you don't want to do yes/no questions, but I'm here and I'd like to have a conversation with someone. So if you don't want to talk to me, is there any chance that another spirit can come forward and have a conversation with me, rather than you monopolising the time if you don't want to?
Was you convicted of a crime here? Did you used to work here?
Did you used to work here? So we've got no EVPs recorded there, which is a shame. But so what we was doing is when we first came in and was first getting set up, I had just the one ball here and it was going off, and then that ball was up by the inkwell. So I then moved it down here and basically said, look, should we do some yes/no questions? And all I've been now got then is a no response. So you can see there, a no response again. Did you used to come here and sit up in
What's that noise?
that point? Did you used to come and sit here and watch people being convicted of crimes? Did you used to do that to pass the time?
small sort of hum sound, which will be from maybe air conditioning or heating system, but it's a low level hum. Nothing too major, as you can hear a low level hum, no issues there. So I know you don't want to do yes/no questions, but I'm here and I'd like to have a conversation with someone. So if you don't want to talk to me, is there any chance that another spirit can come forward and have a conversation with me, rather than you monopolising the time if you don't want to talk?
You can hear that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh! Something fly above your head.
There's a tree talk to me and all just gone that way, which is great. Hopefully we've got that under the back here and see what we've got. So these are just where the jury would sit, I believe. Everything. Really recordings. And that's where someone would typically give evidence in that chair. So the spirits that are here, don't let that one spirit stop you from coming and talking to me. I give you permission to come forward and talk to me. I mean you no harm, I mean you no disrespect. I just want to have a little conversation before I go down to the old cells and spend some time down there. I've been told that old cells are particularly haunted. Is that true? Remember, this ball is yes and that ball is no. So you're telling me that the cells are haunted? Are you sure? Or are you... Okay, you are sure. Okay. So, let me ask you this question, if you can stop, please. Are you deliberately misleading me? You're not. Are you sure? Because for someone that doesn't want to do yes/no questions, you're saying no, right? Those who never get any activation against what we've done during the break. Just to check the balls, I'll swap them out for two other ones. Then we just had walk. So how well you can see that. Just had walk come up. And the K2. It's not K2 either. It's a Hexcom. Can't get the word out. So I believe you're deliberately misleading me. Is that true? So like I said, just to reiterate, if I could get the words out, it would be great. So I put this ball down here first. And while I was putting the ball over here, it was going off right there. So then I put the ball in there, put it here, and said, do you want, let's do some yes/no questions. And ever since, I'm just getting the no ball going off. So it's gone from this one going off to this one going off, so which is great evidence. Because the balls don't, if you've got a faulty ball, it will be that ball that just keeps going and going and going. Hence why during the break, as a precautionary measure, I switch the balls out with 2 different ones. So I'm not using the same 2 balls that I was using earlier. So we always carry multiple everything like the K2, which is down here. We've always been multiple of them, we'll swap them around, stuff like that, just to make sure that it's not properly flatly getting low or anything like that. So, the Hexcom, we only have one off, which hasn't spoken yet. So the spirits that like to walk around the gallery at the top, feel free to come down and have a conversation with me. So the spirits that like to walk around the gallery at the top, feel free to come down and have a conversation with me. Sounds like furniture moving or something. So we have a squeaky floor here.
Oh fuck. Is that bang?
Thank you very much for making that bang.
I see.
It's greatly appreciated. Any chance you can do it again, please?
I see that window.
Any chance you can do that bang again for me, please? So as you probably heard, that was a rather loud bang. We are in this area all by ourselves, so we have a squeaky board here. That's where the bang sounded like it come from. All we do is just keep the cameras pointed that way for a little while. So, little recap. So we just had a loud bang from this direction somewhere. We've had Saturn come up from the Hexcom. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to head up this way and see if we can find out what that bang was. I think it's
No, that's something here. Oh God, this side. Huh?
So the spirit is playing games with us. He's banging at different corners. I really do appreciate you doing a bang for me. You've all clearly got a lot of power and a lot of energy. Is there any chance you can use that energy to push one of these balls off? Just give it a push. The balls are very light, very easy to push off. Just give it a shove. I know you can do it. You've already demonstrated you've got a lot of power by doing such loud bangs. That was me leaning against this. You keep like that. So it seems like the spirits here are wanting to play games with me at the moment, which is cool. Mind. We still had quite a few loud bangs, which is fantastic. We've also had ball activation, we've had the Hexcom talk as well, which
slowly walk around to the centre area. Just like camera operator as well, so we camera on the best. But yeah, can you bang again? Can you do it 2 times? Can you have a copy, mate? Can you copy that at all? Can you do it again, please?
This side.
Can you bang again, please? Are you trying to do the bangs to scare me away? So we're getting quite a few loud bangs, but they're not always in the same spot. So we've had some over here, some over here, one up there. So we're getting the bangs in different areas, so which, if it was always the bangs were always in the same place, I would go and find that particular area and see if it's like central heating or there's a blind that's banging in the wind. But because the bang is not only coming from different areas, it's also having different loudnesses, like the actual bang itself is a lot harder. So we've just had no on the board there. So you're not trying to scare me away. I do appreciate that. I would like to have a conversation. We just had Buzz come up on the Hexcom there. Any chance you can bang again for me, please? Just one. Give it one really good bang. Thank you so much for doing that. It is greatly appreciated. Any chance you can bang again for me, please? Just one. Give it one really good bang. Thank you so much for doing that. So as you probably heard that was one considerable bang, so which is absolutely great. And as you saw, I'm here on camera, so we bang about, and it did the bang did come from over here, so which is absolutely amazing. I asked for a loud bang, I've got a loud bang. Thank you so much. Like I said, I do really appreciate that loud bang. So just had Gale come up on the Hexcom. Are you saying Gale because the weather's not good outside? Or is Gale your name? Shall I call you Gale? If you'd like me to call you Gale, you can light this ball up for me, or make a loud bang, as I know you can do that very easily. The choice is entirely yours. I'm just here to try and talk to you. I'm just here to be friendly and have a conversation. Did I just hear your footsteps? do is we're going to do another burst EVP session. Get the recorder. Recorder is down. Just has another. Thank you. So, the spirit that's hearing is banging. I really do appreciate all these bangs you're doing for me. But I'd like to know your name so I can address you properly, if that's okay. This little red light here, you can tell me your name into that. Did you used to work here? Did you have to go to court here at all? You want to stop moving the exercise, that's all.
First EVP session. Get the recorder. Recorder is down. Just have another again.
That was behind us at the top, that thing.
So, the spirit that's hearing is banging. I really do appreciate all these bangs you're doing for me. But I'd like to know your name so I can address you properly, if that's okay. This little red light here, you can tell me your name into that.
Hear that? Bang, bang, taps.
Did you used to work here?
Oh, bloody hell.
That's a big bang.
Did you have to go to court here at all? I'm going to stop the EVP there because I swear I'm talking.
So replay that because you hear two distinctly without bangs.
Get the recorder. Recorder is down. Just have another bang again. So,
We'll replay that.
we'll have the first EVP session. Get the recorder. Recorder is down. Just have another bang again.
Hear that?
So, the spirit that's hearing is banging. I really do appreciate all these bangs you're doing for me. But I'd like to know your name.
We're going to do is just do another replay again.
EVP session. Get the recorder.
Okay, so let's get
Down.
ready.
Just have another bang again.
Ready? Hear that?
So, the spirit that's hearing is banging. I really do appreciate all these bangs you're doing for me. But I'd like to know your name so I can address you properly, if that's okay. This little red light here, you can tell me your name into that.
Hear that? Dum, dum.
I already put a high heel.
Did you used to work here?
Hexcom's going nuts.
Did you have to go to court here at all? I'm going to stop the EVP there because I swear.
So we had jewellery. So we had jewellery, wore arms, sensors for the last we've just had. So it had some great EVPs there. We had a sound and we had two bangs, like dum sounds on the EVP. So which is absolutely fantastic.
That was a double bang. Do, do. Absolutely fantastic. So the spirit here seems to not really want to talk using the balls. They are much rather just bang, so which is absolutely great. So I had a look around there. The window isn't open, you know, the window looks like it's open, it's not. Door is locked. There's just a little blanket thing there, there's some mannequins behind there. There's nothing there really that I can physically see when I look that will make that banging sound. And the fact that we're getting it quite intensely here now, but we've had it over there, we've had it up there, so which is great. I just had to suit come up and use Hexcom as well. So I know you like doing those bangs, I do really appreciate it, but is there any chance you can come and light up one of the balls for me, please? If you don't want to light the balls up, can you do a loud bang? Are you walking around behind me? So we are getting the guy about banks, which is interesting. What I'm going to do is get the REM pod out. So the REM pod, we can go near that. Yeah, he gets an out of the beast and the red light show. So all we can do is come away from it. I know you like to bang, but see that device I just put down here? Can you go near it at all for me? You should have a scan come up on the Hexcom.
I don't know how you guys can see that.
So come on, I know you're here, I know you've got power, so you're doing one hell of a bang. And I really do appreciate it. Because those bangs are really loud and really echo through here. But I'd like to have a visual confirmation. Maybe do yes, no questions. We do yes and no. Or, if you don't want to do this and come and stand next to me, we can do yes, no questions with bangs. We can have one bang as yes and two bangs as no. The choice is entirely yours. But I do appreciate your time. So what I'm trying to do is give the spirit some options. We can either visually.
If Steve said, can you look at the justice? Paul?
Paul?
Steve said, can you look at the justice?
Can I look at the judge's seat? Yeah, of course I can. So we did have the no ball go off when I picked up the yes ball. So we can probably debunk that as me doing it rather than a spirit. The spirit that set off the noble, is there any chance you could just do it again for me, please? Just to confirm that you're saying no.
That is just look like someone sitting.
Now we've got K2s going off. See that green light below the vents? We just had some spike on that. It's the first time we've had spike. It was only sort of a 5 milligal spike. So it wasn't a big spike, but we definitely had spike. So which is great. So the spirit that's here, there we go, look, we're getting some spikes there on the K2 again.
I see.
Put it in the other camera as well. Yeah, so the judges see, I was just saying it a few moments ago, so what you're seeing is probably my body and head imprint. What I can do is go up there and flatten it back out so we can see if we can get anything going on. There we go, look, we're getting some better spikes now on the K2, which is great. Yeah, I see, K2 spiking. So what I want to do is just let it sit for a minute. Thank you for setting that off. Can you do it again, please? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Any chance you can use a bit more energy and try and get more lights on? I'd appreciate that very much. What I do is, let me go like that. Tends to look like a bit more like snowy flakes rather than anything else. Any chance you can light that K2 up again for me, please? Make some lights flash. So what we've got going on at the moment is, is I'm heavily looking through these because we're getting some quite loud bangs. We're getting some activity on the ball, mainly no answers. So anything I ask is no, we're getting loud bangs. We've just started getting some activity on the K2, so I've stepped away from it all to see if the spirit then will interact a bit more and see what we can get coaxing going on. Oh! Oh, got a pain right in the groin. Ow! Oh. Ow! Oh, it's gone now, the pain's gone now. That was weird. It was literally right in the groin area, just had a sudden pain.
Was that you giving me that pain? I didn't appreciate that. Look, I'm here. There we go, I'm still flipping, Katie. So I'm here just to talk to you. I'm not here to be disrespectful. I'm not here to cause you any harm. So why are you trying to harm me? So I had a bit of pain here. It could have been nothing, but it calmed. It lasted a few seconds anyway. So might, just have might come up in the K2. What I might do is put the K2 up next to the Hexcom so we can get some better activity that way. We just had one plate come up as well. We spent half on Hexcom. So, can you let me know you're still here, please, by setting one of these off? I'd appreciate it. I know it's bang. But if it was bang, if it was, say, radiators, for example, the bang would happen a lot, and it'd be sort of every set period of time where we'll either get a flurry of bangs or we get no bangs or anything like that. So, yeah. Do you want to put your boot camera back up on the balcony? So, yeah, so it's just a case of let's try and work something out. Let's try and get something going again. Let's get the recorder back out, because we've had some good stuff with the recorder as well in the EVPs. So, for some reason, my recorder, don't know how well you can see that, probably not, but it's decided, no you can't see it, it's decided that...
Yeah, with this one, with this camera.
Yeah, it's decided that the time and date is being reset. That's really good. Right. Record it again, record it down. But I'll put the recorder back down for you. Again, you can talk into that red light. Let me know your name. Let me know what year you had passed away.
You tell me.
Huh?
You tell me.
No, that's saying that to you. Is that your tummy?
No.
No, not mine. I just heard like a
Oh, yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
Thought, just checking. No, it's right there. So she said sunrise, we had a look straight. Did you just make that growling sound? That rumbling sound we heard? Are you still here?
The time and date is being reset. So I have to look at that. Right. Recording again. Recorder is down. But I'll put the recorder back down.
I see something like jump on back there, down there. What is it? Down there. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know what year you had passed away. The time and date is being reset. So I have to look at that. Right. Recording again. Recorder is down. But I'll put the recorder back down for you. Again, you can talk into that red light. Let me know your name. Let me know what year you passed away.
There's a very faint rumbling sound there.
Just checking.
That was the Hexcom sound.
Did you just make that growling sound? That rumbling sound we heard? Are you still here?
So we had that rumbling sound was in the recorder. It was just very faint. So I have to plug it into the computer and see if we can gain that file up, and we'll overlay it now. And yeah, if there's not, we'll say no. Either way, we'll go through the file and see what we've got going on. We've had scientists come up from the Hexcom. It's gone very quiet all of a sudden, so I'm going to come back here, see what we can get going on. So just looking at scheduling times, because we are here like at wood houses. They are currently done in the old cells, which then we will swap over with them. They'll come up into here, we'll go down into there. The good news is we're going to be down there. So hopefully we're the last people in there, so hopefully it should be really active, which would be great, because it seems to have got really quiet in here. We've not had any bangs for a while, not had any dual activation, the K2's been quiet. Hexcom said some words, and the mental hasn't done anything. So the spirit that's here and has made those banging sounds for me, any chance you can give one last big bang for me? Just make the channel when you come up. Scientists come up from the Hexcom. It's gone very quiet all of a sudden, so I'm going to come back here, see what we can get going on. So just looking at scheduling times, because we are here like at wood houses. They are currently done in the old cells, which then we will swap over with them. They'll come up into here, we'll go down into there. The good news is we're going to be down there. So hopefully we're the last people in there, so hopefully it should be really active, which would be great, because it seems to have got really quiet in here. We've not had any bangs for a while, not had any dual activation, the K2's been quiet. Hexcom said some words, and the mental hasn't done anything. So the spirit that's here and has made those banging sounds for me, any chance you can give one last big bang for me? Just make the channel when you come up. Go over and debunk and
work out what it was, or whether we're not able to work out what it is. But we've come a long period now when there's been no bangs whatsoever. So we were getting quite a bit of activity. We had a lot of no's on the ball. We're getting quite a bit on the Hexcom. We've had some K2 activation. Our main thing we've been getting in this area is loud bangs. I mean, they've been full on, like I was just saying to somebody about, full on loud bangs like that. But they've been jumping around from over here to over to here and up there. So if it was in the same area all the time, we would be able to go over and debunk and work out what it was, or if we're not able to work out what it is. But we've had a long period now where there's been no bangs whatsoever. So what we're going to do is, my camera operator saw like a wispy thing over in that corner. So what we've done is we've turned the B camera on and pointed it in that corner. We've got this camera pointing this way. What we're going to do is, let's step out of the room, so there's nobody in here. We're going to go out that door for a minute. We're going to go outside for, I don't know, 60 seconds, 120 seconds, something like that. So a minute just over. And then we come back in, see if you guys capture anything or not. Let me know. So we're going to be pointing, we've got the red part just over there. We've got 1, 2 balls out, we've got K2, we've got Hexcom. What I'll do is with the Hexcom, I'll just reset it.
Oh, hear that again. Like tummy.
Yeah, so we just heard that rumbling again like a tongue. So we're going to step out the room for a minute.
Wait 5 minutes.
So it's just a switch. Yes, it's just a switch on it. So we're going to step outside for a minute, see what happens. So you guys are going to be my eyes for the next minute or so. Let me know if you catch anything good. We're going to be just outside. Right guys, walking back in now. Ow. Walked into something so I can't see because I left my torch here. So, did we get any action while we were gone? Something on the Hexcom already. Not nice in here. It's getting dark on the left. Yeah, it's because the torch is pointing more to the right. How's that?
So the Hexcom has
switched. So before we left the room, as you're aware, I switched the Hexcom off, now switched it back on.
So the Hexcom has
switched. So before we left the room, as you're aware, I switched the Hexcom off, now switched it back on. So what we've got going on at the moment is we've come down to the active cell. So we're in the old cell block, and this particular area is really active. We're getting quite a bit of flick straight away on the K2, and we've had this ball go off. So the spirit that's here, we can communicate using these balls if you like. We can do some yes-no questions. We can have this ball for yes and this ball for no. So these cells are got to be about 6 foot by 6 by 10, something like that. Don't see them. So you might hear, because obviously we've got a window and that here, but you might hear some background noise just on the opposite side of this window. There's a courtyard and there's a wall, and then there's pubs and restaurants. Got a yes activation. You can't stop, can you? So we're getting quite a lot of activation, constant activation there on the yes button. There we go, let's look at the K2 as well. Okay, can you stop making that flash now, please? So the ball is just going off and off and off and off. Okay, can you stop making that flash now, please? A big old chain there. Very noisy. What we're going to do is, I'm going to swap these around quick. See if we get the same thing going on in the same spot. Okay, we can do some yes-no questions. Again, this ball is yes, this ball is no. Would you like to do some yes-no questions with me? So at the moment, and you come in, get in this corner. So at the moment, we're getting some good flicks here on the K2. We did have one of the balls was constantly going off. So what I done is I swapped the ball around. So basically, this ball's then going vice versa. They've now gone quiet. So, which is a good indication that something was interfering with them and using them. So what I'm trying to do is get any spirit in here to come have a conversation with me. So as you see on the K2s, we're getting the flick. I don't know if that's due to let's screw down the metal. Trying to see if there's anything that would cause
there was always some big spikes there. So what we're going to do is let me get the recorder out. What we're going to do is remember the first EVP session and see if we can get the spirits to come in and communicate with us that way. The spirits that are in this cell, I've just put this recorder down here. There's a red light on it. If you go up to it, you can talk to us. More explanation. Are you activating that ball because you don't want to talk to us? Because that is the no ball. We're going to just put a ring point down, do a playback.
The spirits that are in this cell, I've just put this recorder down here. There's a red light on it. If you go up to it, you can talk to us. More explanation. Are you activating that ball because you don't want to talk to us? Because that is the no ball.
Shoot shuffle them out. They shoot shuffle them out, you do. So we've got nothing there on the EVP. So what we've got at the moment is we've got both balls with K2 that we're going to put out.
สีแดงปลอดภัยจะพูดอภัย
Into just put the run pod there. See if that makes a difference. Come on, don't be shy. Please set one of those devices off for me. I know you're still here. Please set one of them off for me. One of the balls is going off. Thank you so much for setting that off. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, can you stop now, please? Thank you. Would you like to do some yes/no questions? I'm not a god, so we can be friendly with each other. So as you can see, there's multiple loops all along the wall to chain people up. So we know the conditions here aren't exactly great. Like I said, this room is about 6 by 10 and its peak probably 12 foot high. Come on, don't be shy.
We mean you no harm or disrespect. We're just here to have a conversation and then we'll be on our way. We'll be gone before the sun comes up and let you rest. Don't be shy. Set something off for me, please. Maybe she knows all of a sudden. So the floor looks like thick tiles, a couple of inches thick, concrete. It is pretty solid. To me, walking about isn't enough to set those walls off. So, the spirit that's in this cell, was you in here when the prison first opened in 1770? Because we know this prison is old. So, inmate that's in this cell, I require you to give me an answer here. I am the new top dog in this cell. This is now my cell. Are you okay with that? Yeah, this room has got insanely quiet. So when we were getting set up, the K2 was flickering a little bit, quiet a bit. We had some more activation. At the moment, it is dead in here. Literally, it is. What we're going to do is we can find some other cells and we can try that. Because at the moment, we've got absolutely nothing going on in this cell. It's super quiet. So how many inmates are in there? Is there more than one? Or am I just talking to myself? Yeah. I think what we're going to do is move cells because this cell is particularly quiet. So what we'll do is we'll grab some of these bits. Right, so we move around now to a different area. It's kind of like a little workshop area. We've still got the chain hoops, as you can see, chain hoops here on the walls. It's got some shoes in here. There's a little hammer. There's rope, there's belt, there's some drinking flasks, etc. in here. And it is a display area. We've got some light stuff on top. So let me grab the Hexcom. What we'll do as well is get the Hexcom going, and we'll see if we can coax spirit into talking to us. Are there any spirits in this room that can hear my voice? Please come forward and make yourself known. Had forward straight on next time. We've got a call going on as well. Huh?
It's recording. Oh no!
Yeah, it's recording.
What's going on? Recording, yeah?
Yeah.
There's someone signing on too.
got called out of the room by my camera operator who's running the SLS down in these cells due to a stick figure. After careful review, I believe this is a false positive, but I just want to show you all it's, what a false positive looks like. It's being hit there by the bookcase, and the bowl in the actual display is what's picking up ahead, and then the actual cabinet itself is the. So we've got the SLS camera out now as well. See if we can do a little walkthrough. We just had some activity out in the courtyard, out in the hallway. Was caught with the SLS. Now we're getting some good hits here on the with the ball going off.